All right. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wake Up Wednesday, part of the Gene Frederick
You've
Organization.
arrived at your destination.
And Peggy has arrived at her destination. Look at that. So, Peggy, tell us where you are. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I mean, Peggy Delano.
Oh my God. You guys would not believe this. So I am pulling up to the most amazing yacht club in Cape Coral, and I am training today on Jean's new book. I did it yesterday in Orlando. It was a huge success. So the brokers here in Florida are doing EXP United and doing all these little events around the state. And so I'm super excited to be hosting this for actually Sherry and Joe Harris. And Leslie, I appreciate you jumping in to train everybody today. So I'm going to get out of my car, walk in. You guys should be able to stay on the Zoom. God forbid it gets disconnected, log back in. But we're all good.
We've got this. I am a great Zoom user, so I am host, so you won't kick everybody off when you leave the meeting. That's the important part. Can't leave when you're
Okay.
host.
All
But
right.
good luck
I
today, Peggy.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Bye.
So some of what we're going to be talking about today is Jean's new website. So I'm going to share that on my screen in just a little while. But I also want to let everybody know that one of my backgrounds is Bold Trail. So if there are any Bold Trail questions, this would be a great time for you to start collecting them, thinking about them, and letting me know what things I can help you with Bold Trail. So I'm going to share my screen because Peggy worked really hard to get us a new website for Gene Frederick's site. And this is something that we're really proud of because it is an all in one spot place for you to get all of your tools and resources. So I would encourage you guys to bookmark the Gene Frederick website and use it as an onboarding tool. On his website, we have tons of tools, like literally any of the resources that EXP has, we've made them really easy for you to get to. So I know one of my problems with EXP is that we have so many resources that sometimes I don't know where to find them. And I need something really, really quickly. And then I get frustrated because I can't find it. So one of the things that we tried to do is think about like all of the things that anybody in the Gene Frederick organization or really EXP would need and kind of account for that. So I will also ask you guys, being on this Wake Up Wednesday, that you guys are on here all the time, that if there's something in the future that you see that you're like, hey, this link wasn't easy for me to find, or something that you want changed, to let us know because this really should be a great resource to you. The things that are across the top that are very important would be agent attraction and existing agent resources. And then, of course, Gene's new book. So now he is the author of two books. And so you're able to find both of those books purchase links on this books tab. But you have the ability to find great things whether you're looking to bring in a new agent or you're an existing agent. So if you're an existing agent, you want to click right on Gene's belly button right there, and it will take you to some of our quick links. On here are two of my favorite things. I actually have both of these saved to my dashboard. So you'll see I actually have EXP quick links and my EXP apps dashboard saved on my computer to make life easy. I also have Gene saved, I have Bold Trail, I have Sky Slope, like all of those things that I'm using on a regular basis. I do have um, right at my fingertips because normally when I need something, I need it faster than I can find it. So my favorite thing as far as making sure that you have all of your resources is the EXP apps dashboard. I recently realized that EXP does not have SkySlope on that, which kind of surprised me. So let me just sign back in. It does take you to the Okta to sign in. You're going to use your EXP email address and whatever password you created. If you are having a hard time logging into this, know that you can reset your password. So reset your password. It'll send it to your EXP email address, a quick link for you to do. But this spot right here has the ability for you to click on pretty much anything you would need. So if you want to make a little bit of extra money with Utility Connect, if you don't know about that yet, that's right there. You can actually get money as your buyers and sellers are connecting their utilities, which they have to do anyways. Kind of nice to make a little bit of extra money. Making it rain, workplace, which is being replaced, obviously. So this is the read only for some of the past stuff. But really everything that you could need is here. If you wanted to go to your Canva account and use the free Canva that EXP now has with all of the templates on there. You can access those templates directly through this EXP apps. Same thing with Bold Trail. If you want to log into Bold Trail, you would click on it from here, logs you in. So don't just go to boldtrail.com. You do have to log in through Okta. So really anything that you might need is going to be here. If we go back to Jean's site, actually it would be helpful if let's just click on this. Jean Frederick. So if we go back to Jean's site, the other important agent resource that's here for you is the quick links. And quick links does have just about everything. So if you wanted to know like your transaction quick reference guide, sky slope training, all of that stuff is going to be here. If you want your mentor overview, things about joining EXP, toolkits, those are all going to be on this PDF with clickable links. So again, just trying to make it as easy as possible for you to navigate and find what you need. We obviously did add in a lot of things with agent attraction. There's only about 5% of EXP agents that are attracting agents, and I would encourage you to try. You don't have to be a recruiter to attract agents, but one of the things that I strongly encourage people to do is to talk to people that you're already in a transaction with. I've been with EXP for 10 years now. I would not consider myself a heavy recruiter. However, I am somebody that does a lot of production and I do transactions with other agents, which means that they're producing agents as well. And as long as I'm a nice person to deal with, it is very common that somebody will actually ask me, why is it that you've been with EXP for so long? Or what made you go to EXP? Or what is it about EXP? And those conversations just open that up. So know that you have all sorts of resources underneath agent attraction as far as getting people to start their application, to do EXP explained, also the value proposition. At the very top of the page, I will also say, I'm trying to find it right here, there should be an onboarding growth and attraction. Look at this, I can't find something, but it's because I've navigated through this site so many times. But I do want to find, there is the ability where you can ask people to onboard with Jenna. So that is a great tool. So I will find that for you guys as well. But as you scroll through here, it'll tell you a little bit about Jean. Peggy did work hard on this bio. She's the author of this bio. You can click here to learn more. We do have a pretty cool calculator that goes through here to show you that in his 10 years, he's had over 120,000 agents that he's coached and over 30 years in experience, 30 years of experience. So lots of cool information. You can order his book here. You can learn more about his book. If you don't have a copy of his book yet, guess what? I have cases of it at my house, but you can order them on Amazon or on what's that bookstore? Barnes and Noble. So encourage you guys to check that out. Also, if you do already have a copy of Jean's book, I would encourage you guys to send us your photos because we are working on creating a photo collage. So there you are, Anne. There I am. This was the day that the book debuted. So some of you guys that are here today will actually be on this carousel. But if you have a picture of you with Jean's book, whether it's a picture of you sitting down and reading it, smoking a cigar while you read it, because we all know Jean loves his cigars, or a picture of you buying it, anything like that, know that you can actually go to Jean's website and submit that photo. We do upload them, and we're trying to create a fun collage of events on here. Also, we do have our entire team. If you did not know, Jean does pay to make sure that you have lots of resources. So obviously we have lots of resources with EXP as a whole. You have the cloud, you have your brokerage team, lots of places that you can get help, but know that you have a group of people that are here to support you on top of that. So on top of EXP's team, we do also have Nicole. She's great at onboarding questions. She hosts a lot of the EXP events. If you ever want to do an event, Nicole would be a great person for you to reach out to. You have me, who you're getting to know me a little bit today if you didn't already, but I do teach the Bold Trail classes. So if you're not comfortable with Bold Trail yet, guess what? I want you to get comfortable and I will help you. So please, please, please sign up for those and I'll show you how to. We have Peggy, who you all should know very well from Wake Up Wednesday. Jenna is our onboarding concierge. I'm actually going to click on hers here because you can send her a message. You can send me a message. You can get a hold of people very, very easily. Let's see. I have something in the chat. Oh, good, Dee Dee, send me yours. And actually, Dee Dee, you might already be on here because I think I took a picture. And so you might be on here already, Dee Dee. I just haven't looked all the way through, but you might be one of these because I got to meet Dee Dee in person in
Yes.
Miami at EXPCon. And let me tell you, you have a huge, huge presence. So thank you for coming up to me and recognizing me. But it was so exciting to be like, oh, I do know you.
It was easy to recognize you, Leslie, and Annie, and everyone there. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
And Dee Dee got her book signed. So oh, you're not on here yet, Dee Dee. So send it in because we will definitely make sure to add it or click on that link there. So you do have an amazing onboarding team. We also do have several virtual assistants that keep up with our Facebook page, which if you're not already a part of it, please go to Facebook today, search for Jean Frederick Organization and join that Facebook group because it is where we post people that have capped, different announcements that are going on, special events. And so it is going to be a great forum for us to be able to communicate. And so I would encourage you to do that as well. Now, this is some of the fun stuff because we're really realizing that realtors love to watch videos to learn rather than go to classes ever since COVID. And so we are trying to create a really cool video library for you guys with everything that you might need. And so you do have different playlists. You have Gene's playlist with his napkin presentation, which will change your real estate business if you've never heard it before. Strongly encourage you guys to put that on your to-do list if you haven't. You also have Nicole's playlist, which will show a lot of the special events and the success with agent attraction and retention. My playlist, I'll go ahead and click on this one. This one, if you click on the watch more, it will take you to the channel that has all of my Bold Trail videos. So I've tried to make them very short and easy, but I do have Bold Trail videos as like, how do you log into Bold Trail? How do you set up your profile? How do you get your QR code to your website? What apps should you be using? So we do have lots of resources here. And I tried to make most of the videos are like 6 minutes long, 7 minutes long, so that I'm not taking up a lot of your time and you can just learn what you need to learn. There are some longer videos. And then I will also point out that as you scroll further down, there are some KV Core classes. And a lot of people are concerned because they were worried that KV Core and Bold Trail are different. I will tell you guys, it is the exact same thing. The buttons are in the same place. So if you want to watch an entire class, like an entire beginner's class, know that I do have like the hour-long class that walks you from A to Z with everything in it. It says KV Core because we haven't created the new Bold Trail one, but the buttons are in the same place and you definitely can watch that. If there's anything that you guys want to learn in Bold Trail, let me know because I would be happy to create those videos. If it's something that you need to learn, chances are there's other people that also need to learn it as well. So we're creating this for you. Trust me, I don't really enjoy recording myself. I'm my greatest critic. So it's really for you. And so if there's anything that you want to learn, let us know. We'll include that. And then also on that playlist is Wake Up Wednesday. So if you guys didn't know, if you ever miss a Wake Up Wednesday, you can actually click here and it will take you to the Wake Up Wednesday playlist and you can actually watch. It has the pictures of who was the guest star and you're able to watch these back. So if you ever miss us, know that you haven't lost us. You can still watch it back. But let's go back to Jean Frederick. Any questions about the site or any tools that you think that maybe we missed?
No, I think it's great, Leslie. The website looks great. This is my copy. I
Yay! And it's
love it.
signed.
Like,
Love it.
yay. I had to show it because it's really beautiful. And I was so excited to receive that alert from Nicole to go down and get it. I'm like, oh my God, I dashed down and you guys were all there. It was like a party in that table, that corner. And Jean was so awesome to pose with everybody. And he was so happy that everybody showed up. So it was good to see you there, Leslie, Annie, everybody that was there to support the signing of. It was exciting. Of course, Peggy was there. So it was just a lot of fun. It was a highlight of my EXP Con and so glad because months ago when Peggy was in Puerto Rico in Jean's house, he put up the manuscript. I don't know if you guys remember. Hi, Peggy. You remember
Hi.
he was doing the manuscript and he was working on it, scratching out stuff.
Yeah.
And to finally see it, come to fruition, it was really exciting, especially for those who are planning to write a book or been planning like myself. It was very encouraging, very encouraging.
Just
Dee
wanted
Dee,
to say,
I'm so glad you said that. And I'm going to jump off in a minute because I'm speaking very shortly. But I just wanted to come on and thank Leslie for doing this today. I wanted to acknowledge Agent Image because they put this website together.
That
And
was my question.
Agent Image did the website. They are amazing. They've worked with us so closely. We've been working on this project almost 6 months, and to see it all come together is great. But to Dee Dee, to what you said, I had the privilege of going through Jean's book when we did hold it up in Puerto Rico. I was part of the team that got to read it first, and to see it come together is amazing, and now be led with the charge of turning it into a workbook. I presented it yesterday, as I said, to Orlando, to the top producing agents yesterday. And it just warms my heart to see this and that he is sharing this. And when you get the book, you also get the PDF for 101 ways to lead generate. So we're going to be coming out with so many things. We're going to be teaching it around the country. There may be a certification class on it, but you guys on Wake Up Wednesday get to have all the firsthand stuff. Any questions that you have about it, you got both of them. We're there to help you with it. I'm happy if you want to talk to me about doing an event and teaching the book. It's all coming together. And I just got to say again, you guys have no idea the impact that you've had on so many lives. It's everywhere I go, people are talking about Wake Up Wednesday. We've got new people coming on all the time. We've got people that have been here forever. But we are definitely a movement, a culture, and share this. Annie has invited guests on here when they're checking out EXP. We've had other people do that. It's just to come as you are, there's no pressure. And so when you have a guest that comes on, let me know who they are, and I will give them a personal call afterwards. And it's not a recruiting for you. It's just, hey, thank you for joining. And do you have any questions? But with that being said, I'm going to go talk to about 50 realtors, hopefully sell a couple of books for Jean. I hate getting off Wake Up Wednesdays. This is like, oh my God, I can't believe I can't stay on the whole thing. But you guys are great. I'll see you next week. And thank you.
Good luck, Peggy.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
yes, have fun. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
And since we're on the topic of Jean's book, I will tell you guys, Be the Legend is Jean's second book. So I'm holding that up in my screen if you can see it. But I will tell you guys, his first book, which was one of the things that really made me fall in love with Jean. Granted, he's my best friend's dad, but I really loved 101 Ways to Lead Generate in Real Estate. And that's his first book. And it actually is somewhat of a workbook. So if you guys have not ever read it or purchased it or used it, I would encourage you to. And both of these books are things that I use for recruiting. I've actually used 101 Ways to Lead Generate in Real Estate for almost 10 years. I've given it out to people that are struggling in real estate or want to find something, because one of the things that the girls with grit, I think it was them that said it at EXPCon or EXP Build in Dallas. They were talking about how if you can show a realtor how to sell one more house a year, they will follow you. And I'm sorry, but 101 ways to generate leads in real estate gives you a lot more than one house a year. It will teach you how to build your funnels, because one of the things that Jean taught me from this book, it wasn't a one-on-one conversation, it was me reading this book, was that you need to have buckets that you're getting leads from. And those buckets should bring you in 5 closed transactions a year if it's a bucket that's worth your time. And so I give this out to realtors that are struggling all the time, or just people that feel burnt out, because it allows you to read through it. And there's actually places for you to write throughout the entire book. So that's why I call it a workbook, because it's showing you the things that you're probably already doing in your life and just how to tweak it a little bit and make it just that much better so that you are closing transactions out of the places that you're already going. Just as a little secret, if you do buy Jean's newest book, I will tell you that on one of the front pages, when you get your book, it does have a special offer. So it's on Roman numerals 9 on page 9. There is a special offer for the readers that if you purchase this book, you can actually go online and there is a code to get the 101 ways to generate leads for free. So look at that. You can go to the website and there is a little code so that way you can get the digital version of 101 ways to generate leads. Both of these can be found on Amazon. Both of them can be found on G's website. Um, any other questions about those? Has anybody read 101 ways to generate leads in real estate? Okay, good. We've got some hands going up. It's such an easy read. I'm not a huge reader. I don't love sitting in books. Like, obviously, we're readers. We read through contracts, I read through magazines, but I don't get joy out of sitting down and reading a book that isn't what I enjoy. I have 5 little boys that I end up chasing around instead. And so sitting down to read isn't something that I get love from, but I will say that this was something that I enjoyed reading because it was simple for me to pick it up for a little while, work through it for a few minutes, put it down, go do my chaos, come back, pick it up again, and not be left off. Um, the other thing that I saw in the chat, just to kind of switch gears a little bit and go back to the dashboard, I'll share my screen again. So as we were talking about this dashboard here, I did point out that SkySlope is not on here. And I saw a question in the chat, like, why isn't SkySlope on there? And that's a very good question. It's only something that I realized last week. I was trying to get into SkySlope quickly and I had this open. So I looked for SkySlope and I was like, it's not on here. So I will tell you guys that to make my life easier, I have bookmarked SkySlope because it's not on that app's dashboard. I am going to let somebody in IT know that it's not on that app's dashboard, and hopefully we can get it added on there. But know that you still can go to skyslope.com and log in through whichever platform you're using, which is typically this SkySlope or this Forms, and you can log in. I will tell you guys, I don't like uploading my paperwork. I actually have a couple transactions right now that EXP is like, hey, Leslie, I know you have your paperwork, but can you please finish uploading it? And so one of the things that I'm going to work on is, if you guys do not know, SkySlope allows you to actually send an email with the paperwork. So if you're not aware of that already, I would strongly encourage you guys that when you add a transaction to SkySlope, that you look at the email address in the top of each transaction, because it will give you an email address. It's typically the address of the property, like underscore SkySlope. But essentially, if you just start CCing that email address whenever there is a new document that's done, it will upload those things to SkySlope automatically for you. And then you just have to pick where it goes on the checklist. So I am trying to make my life easier and you utilize some of those tools. I will say SkySlope has probably been the bane of my existence at EXP. It's probably my least favorite thing because I'm a talker and I'm not as much of a sit behind the computer and upload my paperwork the way that I should person. But do as I say, not as I do. I'm not the perfect realtor. And honestly, none of us are. And we all have something that we could probably do a little bit better. All right, so let's jump back into the Gene Frederick website because there were a couple more things that I just wanted to show off. So we're going to scroll back through here. I do want to show you that there's always schedule a call here on the side. So if you need help, that will encourage you to actually be brought over to Jenna. Jenna will help out. We do have the quick links, the toolkits. Toolkits actually is a variety of things. So if you click on toolkits, it does have things between growth and attraction and sponsorship and retention, but it also has your buyer and seller toolkits. So say you wanted to go on a buyer broker appointment and you're meeting with a new buyer and you want to present yourself, know that there are all sorts of presentations and buyer representation presentations, if I could say that properly, on here, and you can utilize these tools. You also have Canva. And honestly, one of the things that I like even better than the seller toolkit is I do like the present inside of Bold Trail. So if you guys use Bold Trail, one of the paid features inside of Bold Trail used to be, sorry, it's actually, let me adjust my screen size so it'll give me the buttons that I want. Bold Trail's funny like that, depending on the size of your screen is what shows up. So I didn't just have these buttons on the side, but I changed the size of the screen, and now those buttons are here for me. What was I going to I just lost my train of thought, guys. I forgot what I was going to show you. Dee Dee, help me out. What was I just saying?
The present
Like
button.
the present,
Thank you.
yeah, to pay. Mhm.
Thank you, Lisa. I hear you. So when you click on your contacts, let's give it a second for my contacts to upload. I apologize. But when you click on somebody, you can actually come in here and you have an actions tab. So typically there's 3 different columns across Bold Trail. One of them is going to be the leads information. So you can put in their timeline, you can put in hashtags. If you don't use hashtags, you should. This is one of my favorite things. For example, this is my plumber that I just resaved in my phone. And because I have my phone synced to Bold Trail, he's added in my Bold Trail. I will also point out, just because I experienced this problem, I do have Bold Trail synced to my Google account. And I would encourage you guys to do the same thing. If you have not done that, I do have YouTube videos on how to do that. But I noticed that this past like 2 weeks, I wasn't getting any of my new leads in Bold Trail. So I only noticed that because I was going into Bold Trail. So when I looked at my contacts, I was like, everybody that I've added to my phone the past 2 weeks wasn't there. So just to tell you how I fixed it yesterday is I literally came in here, I went to my Google settings, I disconnected my Google, and then I reconnected it and turned everything back on again. So if for any reason your leads aren't coming in properly, just disconnect and then come back in here and do it again. It's something that I've had Bold Trail for 10 years. I never noticed having a problem. Everybody that I added to my phone was coming into Bold Trail. And sure enough, yesterday, I noticed that. So I was like, let me fix it. And it did fix it. And it actually uploaded all the people that I had uploaded to my phone over the past 2 weeks, because this plumber was somebody that I put in 2 weeks ago. And this morning I come in here and he's there. So know that those things are there. But getting back to that present button. So this is their information. This is what has been done. So this is like the past timeline. And then this column over here is your future timeline. And so when you come into this 3rd column, you can scroll down and there's all sorts of really cool features here. One of them is present. And when we had KV Core, this was actually a paid feature, and now it's a free feature in Bold Trail. It used to be Core Present. Now it's Bold Present. So when you click on this, I will tell you that it walks you step by step through creating a listing appointment presentation. And it's beautiful and it uses AI. It does a lot, but it literally asks you, like, what's the address? You write in the address, you put in the information, you click next. And it will make a really, really beautiful PowerPoint or PDF that you could email to somebody or put it on your iPad and bring it to your actual presentation. But essentially, you would just keep hitting next, next, next. You can choose the comps that you want. So just like you would do it in the MLS, you can choose the comps. But guess what? Now it's going to make it into a really beautiful presentation rather than something that you're like, oh, maybe I'll show 1 or 2 of these pages, but the rest of this really stinks. This is a really, really great presentation. It takes about 5 minutes to make it. So it does take a couple minutes of your time, but know that Core Present is how I actually choose to show sellers a listing presentation rather than in that toolkit. But you do have the buyer one on this side. So the buyer tool.
That's awesome, Leslie. It's complete. I didn't know that.
Yes.
This is the first time I hear about. That is amazing.
I am a little bit of a freak about Bold Trail, and I like figuring out how I can advertise my business without spending any money. So prior to getting into real estate, I owned a business where I was building websites for people and I was charging them like $20,000 a website. And most of that website was just me search engine optimizing their website, doing SEO, that kind of stuff. It was very, very simple what I was actually doing and getting paid $20,000 a website for. And so when I found conversion, which that's what it was called when I first came to EXP, I'm literally, this week is my 10-year anniversary with EXP. So long time caller, but 10 years here. And when I first came, it was called conversion. And when I looked at conversion, it actually took the 6 different websites that I had created and made them all useless. So coming from somebody that used to build websites for a living, I am telling you that I love my Bold Trail site. It is a huge part of my business. It keeps my business going. I already told you guys that I have 5 kids. I'm also a corporate director with my local board. I also go to Little League games and I'm like the coach's wife for Little League. Like I have a lot of hats that I wear. And I could not be the realtor that I am if it wasn't for this system. Learn how to use it, get comfortable with it. This is something that I talk about probably way too much, but I highly encourage you guys. And I think it's funny because this morning I actually had a buyer that said to me, we need to get a plumber to come in for a quote. And if I needed to find this plumber in my system and I couldn't remember his name was Mario, I can literally come out here and search through my hashtags and find plumber. So know that like those things do help you. It helps you navigate through your system a lot faster. Um, One thing that I will tell you is that you do get a score at the top of your bold trail, and I'll show you that in just a second. But I'm showing you how it's going to show me my one plumber in the system. Look how quickly I was able to find him when I couldn't remember what his name was. But Bold Trail does give you a score at the top of your sheet. We're lucky here at EXP that this does not affect the amount of leads that you get, just so that you know. I do teach Bold Trail for other brokerages as well, like Remax and Keller Williams. Anybody that uses Bold Trail, they do take my classes. At other brokerages, if you have less than a 70%, you stop getting online leads, even if you are the franchise owner. So I will say that is a big, big thing that I'm grateful that we don't have to keep up with this, but I will tell you that this will tell you what to do. So if you don't know what to do today as a realtor, log into Bold Trail and look at this. It's telling me that I have 21 people that I've interacted with in the past few days, or that have interacted with me that I haven't interacted back with. That's 21 people that might be a potential transaction for me. On top of that, there's 108 people. So I could click on this one and it's going to show me who are the new leads in my system that have never been contacted. Not just people that actually want my help, but people that I've never made an effort with. So all of those things are going to be put in here. And then any past due tasks, which this one actually is important to me, but I actually added too many people to a campaign. So I messed up my score. If you add people to a campaign where like the task is to check in with them every week, it will add a lot of tasks to your calendar and you might start to feel a little bit overwhelmed. So I would encourage you, don't go crazy with adding campaigns because it will bite you in the butt and it will make your score drop very, very quickly. But you're able to see through here like what I should be doing today. So if you're struggling and you don't know what your gameplay is each day as a realtor, that's one idea. And the other thing that I'm going to encourage you guys to do, I'll talk about holiday campaigns with Leslie in just a second. I see that question, Maria. And actually, I have not had enough coffee yet because I forgot what I was going to show you. I got so excited about the holidays with Leslie that I forgot what else I was going to say. But I will tell you guys that if you click on anybody in my database, doesn't matter who they are. This is a lady that I met from softball. So for example, I'm going to come in here and I would add in hashtags like softball. She's one of the girlfriends to one of the players on the team. So I always sit in the stands and talk to her. But I might not remember what her name is sometimes. I'm gonna be like, who's the pregnant from softball? Now I can find her. But no matter who you click on, you're gonna see one of my campaigns is Holidays with Leslie. And every single person in my database, whether they're a buyer, a seller, an agent that's also in the business, my insurance guy, my broker for lending, it doesn't matter who somebody is, but if it's somebody that I know, I can wish them a happy holidays. So I do add every single person to Happy Holidays with Leslie. It's a campaign that I created to create campaigns. They're going to be under marketing. And you'll see one of your options. There are some paid options in here and some free options. One of them is smart campaigns. Smart campaigns are preset amounts of emails or texts. Like there's so many variations of it that will continue to reach out to a lead on your behalf. So it's really good to have campaigns for your buyers, for your sellers, people that get on your website that you might not know, for these campaigns to jump into effect. But you can also create your own campaign. So the only campaign that I really utilize that I've created myself is my Holidays with Leslie. And so when you log into campaigns, you'll see 3 tabs across the top. You'll see my campaigns, which are yours, and then you'll see the system library. Know that you don't have to recreate the wheel to use campaigns. I really, really encourage you to use the campaigns that Bold Trail has because these are tried and true campaigns that have gotten people business and they've worked. So if you look at some of the buyer campaigns and you just look at, hey, these are 14 different campaigns that I could add to a buyer, you can click through these and see what they say. The important things to look at would be the channels and the touches. Touches means how many times it's going to either encourage you or reach out to that lead on your behalf. And channels is how it's going to reach out to that lead. So if you want full control and you don't want Bold Trail sending emails out without you, you would want to look at campaigns that are task oriented, meaning it is not going to send out an email or a text on your behalf, but it will put an alert in your calendar for you to call or text that person, even with their phone number in that calendar appointment. So it makes it really, really easy for you. Now, if you're like me and you're not the best at returning phone calls and keeping up with people, I'm not. It's not my best skill set. I can negotiate. I can predict what somebody's going to say after 10 rounds of negotiation, and I will be right every single time. But there are certain things that I'm not great at. And I do need my database to keep up with people for me. So I like to use campaigns that will email them for me, text them for me, and remind me to also reach out. So when you see a campaign that has all of these things, it's kind of saying like, look, we're going to do it for you. You don't have to do as much. So you can add a campaign that's just task oriented and a campaign that's this and just turn on the right one for the right person. If you're not sure if you're going to like that campaign, you can click on the blue letters. It will show you what that campaign looks like, meaning on the first day, it's going to send an email and you can click on that email. It's going to say, hey, Diana, I've been showing a few homes in your area and thought of you. I have a market report that I send out monthly. Let me know if you'd like to. And it will actually even have like a register for my monthly market reports button. Then it's going to put a task for you to check in with them personally in your calendar. Then 35 days later, it's going to send them a text like, hey, just wanted to see if you got my monthly market report. And it will just keep up with them for you. It doesn't really matter what campaign you choose. Any of them that are on this list are campaigns that I do co-sign. I've used them over the 10 years. I like them. However, I'd like to give you all one tip. And this is probably one of the most important things that Bold Trail can do for you if you don't actually want to use Bold Trail, but you just need a little bit of help. There is an open house campaign. And if you did not know, there is a Bold Trail open house app. So in those YouTube videos that I have, one of them is showing you that there's a Bold Trail open house app. That app is actually meant for you to have open when you're doing an open house. And people can register at your open house, meaning you don't have a sign-in sheet anymore. You're not going to come home at the end of the day and import all of those people into your Bold Trail. However, anybody that comes through that open house and signs in, so I actually keep an iPad on the table and open up that. I leave music playing in the background and people sign in. The cool thing is that anybody that signs in with that app, if you have this campaign turned on, it will automatically keep up with those people on your own. So this campaign will turn on every single time that somebody comes from your open house app. And 4 hours after the open house, it's going to text them saying, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you at the open house. Feel free to text me anytime. I can set up alerts for you. Let me know. Then the next day, it's going to send them an email. Hey, thanks for visiting the open house this weekend. Guess what? It's going to go for 120 days. And in fact, there's another open house campaign that goes even longer. This one, System Open House, is the one that I like even better. This one goes for 76 days. So say you meet somebody at an open house and you forget to reach out to them and then you run into them somewhere. It's happened to me. I went to go pick my kid up from jujitsu, and sure enough, there was a guy that I met at my open house like 3 weeks before. And my first thought was, oh my God, Leslie, you're such a bad realtor. You didn't ever reach out to this person that you met at your open house. Ugh. And it was funny because this guy's name was Leo. I walk in the door. He looks right at me. He goes, oh, Leslie, I've been getting your emails. Thank you so much for not giving up on me. And I was like, thank you, Bold Trail. You just made me look like a superstar, and I did absolutely nothing. I will tell you that so far this year, I am on my 7th. I have 2 under contract right now. but I'm on my seventh transaction that I've closed from this open house campaign just in 2025. Strongly encourage you to use this if you're not already using it. I literally have two people under contract right now. But this is one of those buckets where in 101 ways to lead generate, Jean talks about what are your buckets. This is one of my three buckets is my open house app. And I know it sounds silly. I don't do open houses every weekend. I literally do about one open house every 4 months, meaning I'm only doing 3, 4 open houses a year, and I'm closing 7 transactions a year from it. That's worth my time. So I'm going to actually stop sharing the screen. Let's open it up for questions. And your other question, Maria, was what does my holiday campaign entail? I will tell you, I live in a predominantly Jewish community. My family is a split house where half of us are Catholic, half of us are Jewish. So I am very conscious of not sending out religious holidays. And I more so send out like the fun bank holidays like Halloween, Thanksgiving, things that like everybody will celebrate. And essentially I created a campaign that's just a picture of me and my kids saying like Happy Halloween from Leslie and her little goblins. Thanks for trusting me. And that's something that I can send to every single person I know. And so the SMART campaign, it only has 7 emails for the whole year. But that's 7 times that I'm reaching out to every single person in my database, just being a human. And it's a picture of me and my kids. It's not like look at my real estate stuff, because I'd have a lot of people unsubscribe if it was check out what I'm doing in real estate. But I do have certain holidays. I also will say, just as like a side note, I do hashtag people as Jewish, which sounds kind of silly, but I want to make sure that I can wish my Jewish clients, which most of my clients are Jewish. I live in Boca Raton, Florida. Most of my clients are, and I use the hashtag of Jewish so that I can wish those people. I can literally search for Jewish and wish them a happy Yom Kippur. Or so if you do have religious holidays that you want to participate in, maybe use the hashtags and filter through your leads and send emails just to those people so that you're not offending anybody. Or if you know that somebody is a specific ethnicity and you know that they celebrate certain holidays, do that as well. I'm Cuban. I hashtag anybody else that's Cuban as Cuban in my database. Like I want to be able to like crack some jokes and be like, oh yeah, she's Cuban too, you know? So I'm going to slow down on what I'm saying. And I would love it if you guys would either unmute, ask a question or two, but let's have a little bit of a conversation on this Wake Up Wednesday, because otherwise I'm going to put you all to sleep. Okay, I'll pick on people.
I mean, I was just going to say this is amazing. I put it in the thing. I've been in EXP 9 years in January, been with Jean's organization. And I'll say that to say, I've been living under a rock because I did not know this all existed. I did not know of the tools, Jean's website now, the onboarding, all of it. Like, what a blessing to all of us that you are and these leaders are in the organization. So I just want to say thank you.
I agree, Lisa. And I will say I've been here for 10 years. And if I wasn't on this leadership team, I might not know about it. And so that makes me ask, like, how can we make sure that everybody in our downline knows that they have these tools? And so it is something important. I was glad that Peggy was like, hey, can you go over the website and what some of our tools are this morning? And I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to like that. So thanks for the positive feedback, Lisa.
I think it was a great idea, Leslie. I picked up so many golden nuggets already this morning in a few minutes. My only question is, when it does when Bold Trail sends out the text and the emails, there is where they call. What is the call? Because I see it on my Bold Trail. I'm like, does it call like in a robotic voice or what does it do?
So it actually, like when you do the call, it'll call your cell phone and then automatically connect them with them. So it's a call with you as a person.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
It's
Thank you
just
for
more so
clarifying.
prompting you, like reminding you to make that call.
Got it.
And
Thank you.
Diana, I saw that you came unmuted. What was your question?
Yeah, I have a few actually, but this is great. I got a concept of hashtag that I didn't really get before. So I've been on that KV core, and the more I tweaked it, the less leads I got. It was just I paid people to help me. How is Bold Trail different, and where's the best place to really learn it? Like.
Okay. I'm glad that you asked that because I did forget to show you something cool on Jean's site. So, if you want to get more comfortable with Bold Trail, let's go back to Jean. There we go. If you scroll down a little bit further than where we just were, so we ended up here. If you scroll down a little bit further, I will tell you that you have your Bold Trail classes. And I strongly encourage all of you. I teach this class every Monday, a beginner's class to Bold Trail. It is free to you. Every single Monday, I am on Zoom. I actually had surgery this Monday morning and I still made it home in time to teach it. And so, like, I will tell you, I'm there pretty much every single week, but I do a beginner's class every Monday. I will tell you the beginner's class is kind of boring because it's me saying, hey, do this, click here, do this, do that. So it's not the most exciting class.
What time
However,
is it, Leslie?
that is every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Are
So
they
if you click
recorded?
on that, it'll actually take you to the Calendly. So like, for example, it'll show you the next two beginners classes. You have one on the 17th, you have one on the 24th. If you can't make those, you can go to December. And look, every Monday in December, we have a class for you. So you can literally pick that, you choose it, you hit next, it'll ask you to register. I do ask you guys that you put your first and last name and that you put your phone number in there because if there is a problem, that way I can reach out to you. I have a lot of people that register as EXP all the time. I'm like, no, I want your name there. But that's the beginner's class. I teach 2 advanced classes a month. Some months I do teach it every week, but I will tell you that the beginner's class, I have 3 for the month of December, for example, or the advanced class, and that is every Tuesday, also at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. These are free classes. You can join them every single week if you wanted to. I do teach the same material, but different questions get asked and different things come up. So there's always something new that comes out of my mouth every week. But you can take this class as often as you want to. So these are free to you. Once you've completed both the beginner and the advanced class, Jean pays me to coach you one-on-one. Everybody gets a one-on-one hour with me afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of time that's open here. So you
Yes.
will see it actually is synced to my calendar and my schedule where you can click on a day and say, okay, Leslie has this time or this time open. Okay, this day she has the whole day open, but it's literally synced to my active calendar. So like I do a really good job of if I have a showing, I have to put it in my calendar so you guys don't book my time, but I keep up with it really well. And you can book a one-on-one with me. I would encourage you to use these classes in certain ways. For example, this beginner's class is a great way to recruit people. If you want to show people the tools that EXP has, sign up for this class and send somebody else the link to sign up for this class. They don't have to be with EXP yet. It's obviously best if they have their Bold Trail, they've already opted in so that they know and they can follow along during the class. It's like I make it very easy for you to kind of click through and follow through with me as I teach. But you can bring guests to this. I had an agent in Chicago that was bringing somebody to this meeting every single week. He recruited over 20 people in a matter of 5 months by every week he was bringing somebody to this class. And so I haven't seen him in a really long time now, actually, but at the same time, this can be a recruiting tool for you. But please do the beginner's class before you sign up for the advanced class because I talk about stuff in the advanced class that if you haven't taken this class, it's going to go over your head and it's going to be confusing. But I try to break it down as Barney style as possible so that it's easy and we're all hugging each other at the end rather than frustrated with each other. And so take both of these classes and then you get that. You do need to opt into Bold Trail. So if you need to opt into Bold Trail, know that you can go to your CRM of choice. It is there on the Jean Frederick website and you can choose your CRM. The Jean Frederick team does coaching on Bold Trail. We encourage you to sign up for Bold Trail. We do have some coaching on Lofty and Close, but I will tell you, I can teach you how to run your business so much better on Bold Trail than I can on Lofty. So that is one of the reasons why we have pushed for Bold Trail. I do think that it has a lot more resources and is a better platform. I don't think I would have gotten rid of my own website to go to a Lofty or a Close website the way that I closed everything down and went to Bold Trail. So that's how you take that class. Now I'm going to stop, Diana, because I think you had another question. What was your other question?
I just want to know, are any of these classes recorded so we could do catch up?
Yes. And so going back to the Jean Frederick website, right here, if you go to the Bold Trail playlist, It'll play my most recent video, but if you hit watch more, it does take you to my YouTube channel. And this YouTube channel is just Bull Trail coaching. So when you click on it, there are lots of videos like how do you set up search alerts? How do you um, do anything in the actions tab? Why do you use hashtags? Like how do you sort your leads with hashtags? What's a squeeze page? How do you do a bulk lead import? So pretty much anything that you might need, I've tried to make it really simple. And I will happily take criticism here, guys. I am not somebody that is perfect. I am far from it. And so if there is something that you're like, hey, Leslie, this class didn't help me, tell me, you won't offend me. Like nice criticism is better than mean criticism, but at the same time, I actually am asking you for it. And then the other thing that I did say earlier is that as you scroll down, some of my older videos do say KV Core on them. KV Core and Bold Trail are the exact same thing. So when you're logged into Bold Trail and you're looking at your Bold Trail, you're going to see, sorry, my computer's being special now. Let's go back to that. But when you log into Bold Trail, the buttons are in the same places that KV Core's buttons were. So know that if you want to watch any KV Core classes, it's the same information. There's nothing that has been changed, except for now it's called Bold Trail versus KV Core. But I've been working pretty hard. I am a producing agent and I have a ton of stuff under contract, which is a good problem to have, but it means that I haven't finished the video. So I actually have on my to-do list like 6 more videos to create. And I would be happy to get some guidance as to what things would be helpful too.
I'd like to chime in here because I met Leslie at EXPCon and she helped me with my bowl trail. And so I proceeded to take her class that first Monday that we got back. And I've taken it. Did I take it again? I think I took it. I can't remember. But anyway,
Monday, so you've definitely taken it more than
yeah,
once.
there's a lot in that class of to-dos. Like you walk away with, okay, I've got about 30 things I need to do to my bowl trail that I've never done before. And so because in 7 years I've never used it, really. I just have worked my sphere and not really good at my database. So, but what it's done when I learned about people inviting people to Leslie's class, I've started to invite agents that I've been working with to come over and I've actually got them signed up for Monday. I've got a guy signed up for Monday. So I'm a testament that I think it's worth going down that path with agents. I just asked them, hey, what CRM are you're using? And they go, what's a CRM? They're perfect. Invite them to this class. They'll convert.
The other thing that you can do too is that if you want to do a watch party, or if you at least let me know in advance, if you're like, hey, Leslie, can I book a one-on-one with you and we do a private lesson for a lunch and learn? We can zoom in for those things too. So that's another option, but just let me know. We'll book it on my calendar like it's a one-on-one. And it's just nice before I jump in for the meeting to know that there's going to be 20 people there or one person there, just so I can be pepped up and ready to go. But in all honesty, like this is a resource that we want to see you build your downline. And I find it shocking that only about 5% of people in the company are really utilizing revenue share. I will tell you guys, I am a cancer survivor. I had cancer in 2021. Thank God. And I will say that again. Thank God I found EXP in 2015 because I had a revenue share. And I had a revenue share that was able to pay my medical bills, my mortgage, my car payment. And I was able to take 2021, the year that everybody made so much money in real estate. I didn't sell a single thing and I still paid all my bills. And so I don't have a massive revenue share. I wish it was bigger. I think that we all wish it was bigger. But this is one of the ways that you can do that. And I always say, like, if you can get 5 people in your downline, you're probably making at least $1,000 a month in revenue share. $1,000 a month, that's the start. And then it grows and it grows and it grows. And here I am 10 years in, and I've lost people. I've gained people. I've had people in my downline retire. I've had people in my downline pass away. That killed me, but at the same time, I still have a great revenue share that if I don't close a transaction this month, I'm still going to be okay. And And so I always tell people that my revenue share is like my salary. That's what pays my bills. My commission is like my bonuses. That's what pays for fun. And my stock is my retirement. So I think of EXP as like a corporate world. And that's actually how I do explain that to people, because I had been in real estate for a year and a half, and Nicole called me up and I told her, Nicole Russo, and I was like, I'm about to get out of real estate. And she was like, no, 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 no. My dad just stumbled across something really, really cool. Give me a couple months. And I was like, no, I literally wanted to get out of real estate. And I was like, I need to go back to the corporate world. That's how I knew Nicole Russo, is her and I worked in a corporation together 20 plus years ago. And I told her I needed to go back to the corporate world. I needed a salary again. And her comparison was, what if I can kind of give you that with a brokerage? And that's what got me to stay in real estate, is the fact that I was able to look at it as a salary, which it pays my bills. And so my kids laugh. Even my kids' teachers will tell me, oh, you must have had a great closing because you took the kids to Legoland. Corbin tells me that he's going to go on a cool trip whenever his mom has great closings. So I'm like, yeah, that's our fun money. Shad, tell me it's Shad.
It is. It is.
How's it
So
going this morning?
it's going outstanding. I'm gonna pump you up a little bit more. One of the things that's cool, I don't use Voltro. I'm just here to support you, just to let you know. Um, but I sent my downline to your classes, and I don't know if it was Karina or Katie, but she showed up for the beginning class, and no one else showed up. And you're like, well, hell, let's not waste our time. And what do you need to know? So if you all sign up for our classes and you're the only one, you're getting another one-on-one class. And about this organization, um, if we don't have it and you need it, you just need to ask for it. And if there's a need and a purpose, we're going to find a solution. The leadership is incredible, and anyone that's on this call is a leader, because if you have a downline or if you're striving for a downline, all of a sudden now you just stepped into the leadership role, in the coaching role. And a coach doesn't mean you have to know the answer, but you have to know the person that knows the person that knows the person that has the answer. So make sure you use Leslie, use Nicole, call me, and I don't know the answers, but I'll go find the answers, because I'll call Leslie and hound her, and I'll call Nicole, and I'll call Jean. I don't care. Um, but use these resources when they're talking that we want you to call us to help you. They're not lying. They're not full of shit. Oh, sorry. That's it.
It's okay. I think we're all over 18. We can handle the SHIT word. But thank you, Shad. It was a pleasure to meet you at the EXP Build event in Dallas. And I am working on booking flights to come back to Dallas for the holiday party. So hopefully I will see anybody that is there at Nicole's holiday party, or the EXP one, but I'm calling it Nicole's. And I think that would be fun. Any other questions? We have about 3 minutes left, so I just want to make sure that we answer questions. If I didn't, okay. Well, this has been a very, very fun Wake Up Wednesday. Awesome. Just got somebody to sign up. I will see you on Monday. Very excited. I actually just changed my information. I'm going to NAR to Houston for NAR this week. And so I will be back in time to teach that 1 o'clock class. And I'm excited to have all of you guys. So anybody that can join, please do. I would encourage people to drop their number in the chat. We have 2 minutes until we end the meeting. So if there's anybody that wants to exchange numbers, I'm going to go ahead and put my cell phone number in there. I encourage you guys, reach out to me, ask me questions. I will tell you, I do teach classes on Zoom. Plus I am a producing agent, so I might not always be able to answer the phone. But if you guys ever want to shoot me a text saying, hey, Leslie, this is what I'm stumbling on right now, how can I fix this? Know that you can take a picture of wherever you're stuck at, and I will try to help you. And if I don't have the answer, I know where you can find the answer, so we will get you there. But I encourage you guys to write down the numbers that are being put in the chat right now, because when the meeting ends, the chat will go away. So write those down, shoot text to each other. So if you wrote down my number, shoot me a text, say, hey, this is me. And that way we can save each other because we are a village together. They say that it takes a village to raise kids. I think it takes a village to sell real estate. You need to have your people and you need to have the people to call. So this is our village. Even though we're far away from each other, we have New Jersey, North Carolina, Arizona, California. I see a couple Floridas. So we're all across the country here, but we all are dealing with the same things. So on that note, we're going to wrap it up unless anybody else has anything else. You guys are quiet today.
Leslie, I have to say, you are a superwoman. 5 boys,
Thank you,
survived
Les.
cancer. Yeah, you are just amazing. Tucker, that was awesome. She's incredible. And sometimes
She's okay.
I'm
she's okay.
mediocre.
We'll keep her.
Mediocre.
Tucker, should we keep her? Leslie, you're amazing. I mean, you do all this, you travel and manage and balance so much. And maybe you're saying you're not balancing, but let me tell you, compared to so many of us, you are freaking rocking it. I hope you don't mind this word, you're a badass, is what they say, right? It's
Okay,
a
I'm going to
title of a
really
book,
break
so
it.
I can use it, right, Tucker? Because it's a title of a book, right? I I think you're amazing, and you're so young. You've done and gone through so much, and still take time to train us. That's amazing, and thank Jean and the organization for providing all these goodies for us. We have no excuse but to really shoot up to the sky. We have no limit, right, Annie? I mean, I think it's great. And
And
thank you
don't
so
worry,
much for
guys.
dropping
I
your
take
numbers.
naps too. Like we all take a nap, we all take a break. Like nobody is perfect. Just know that. Um,
Yeah,
but
just
at the
be yourself, right?
Thank
That's
you
Hey,
amazing.
so
Leslie,
much,
I
Leslie.
wanted to say I appreciate the fact that you described your children as five little goblins. I'm one of four boys, and I guarantee you we were goblins, my mother. So thumbs up.
absolutely.
Great job. Great job. Thank you so much, Leslie. Amazing.
Nice to
When
meet
I
you,
grow up, I
Watson.
want to be like you.
Me too.
I'm much older than you. God bless you and be
Where are you
well.
chiming in from, Watson?
From Pasadena, California.
See, I knew we had California somewhere in the house.
Yes, we got up
It
early
was a
to
safe
be
bet.
to hear you. We'll hear more of you later on. We'll join your class. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
And
God
Pasadena is
bless.
the most beautiful city ever,
Oh, thank you.
ever,
Never been.
ever
Thank you.
been. I was just there for a
Come
wedding. It
visit
was
anytime. Yeah. We've got
beautiful.
extra room to anybody come by here. We have saved on the hotel. It's expensive here. Okay.
And Watson, you're
Great.
incredible. I remember you did the flashlights for the victims of the fires. I remember
Yeah.
you bought flashlights. That's
Yeah.
like these cool looking things. That's amazing. You're
Thank you.
incredible too.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great
Bye, guys.
Thanksgiving, everybody. Bye bye.